The reason I turned my camera on today to make a video is because the last couple weeks I've been going through something, and I don't know, I don't plan on mentioning this video, but you know me, when I get to talking, sometimes things slip out. But I've been going through something lately that I've been asking God for, seeking God. I've been praying, I've been listening to my gospel music, I've been fasting, like everything, trying to seek God. And every time I get really close to the thing that I think is gonna be for me, it's like it just gets snatched away. And now I'm at the point where now it's like, where God, like, am I moving too fast? Because you know me, I'll get up, I get an idea in my head and I'm running with it. So like, maybe I'm moving too fast. Maybe this is not the year to get what I'm looking for. Like, I don't know what God is trying to tell me. I feel like God is telling me, yes, this is your year, this is your time. But then when I keep like getting so close, it's like it's in my reach and it just gets taken away from me and I get knocked down. It's like, I don't know, God, is this really what you're telling me? But I know in my heart that this is my time, this is my year, this is my season. And it's just, I feel like it's just that my faith is being tested. So I'm continuing to pray. I'm going to do another fast. I'm going to continue to like meditate and seek God, because I know that God is the only one that can do what needs to be done. And there's so many people out there that's going through things, like maybe a person who has a background, maybe it's this dream job that you want and you keep getting denied because of your background, and they're saying like, no, you know, you don't qualify, or you may qualify for the job, but because of your background, you can't get the job. Maybe you're trying to get a house, but because you don't have the credit or enough income, whatever it is that you're going through, don't give up, because whatever God has for you is for you. No man can tell you no. If it's meant for you to have that dream job, that career, that new home, or anything that you're going through, if you lost your kids and you're trying to get your kids back, whatever is meant for you, no matter how many times that man say no, God will say yes. And I feel like the reason that we get told no, it could be the test of our faith, maybe because that one thing that we're searching for, God is saying, not yet. That's not for you. I know you want this, but that's not yours. I know you think it's the time, but it's not my time. And I know for sure that's what I'm going through, because things that I'm looking for and searching after, I feel like God is saying, almost, okay, I have an idea of what you want, but just give me a little bit of time. Let me make it perfect for you. And a prime example of that, 2 months ago, I was in shopping for a new vehicle. I had a car and I knew I needed something bigger. So I wanted a truck. I had no idea of what kind of truck I wanted. I just knew that my family told me, you need to get a truck because we're tired of you calling us because you get stuck in the snow in the winter. So I knew I needed a truck. What I wanted, I had no idea. So I had one of my uncles like helping me look for something online, and he was like pushing me in the direction of a Nissan Pathfinder. I'm like, okay, well, it's cool, you know, whatever. But I'm like, I don't want to pay a car note, like not a high note. I didn't want to pay at that time more than like $500 a month, because it's like, I don't know, I'm not a type of person who's like really into cars and trucks like that. As long as I got something to ride, that's all I care about. So me and my mother, we went looking at car lots for like 2 days straight, right? So I'm looking for the Nissan Pathfinder, because that's what my uncle told me I should get, a Nissan Pathfinder, because I didn't know what I wanted. But then everything we were seeing, I'm just like, nah, I wasn't willing to pay over a certain amount of money for these trucks, because in my heart it's like, okay, it's a nice truck, but is that really what I wanted? I didn't know what I wanted, but I knew that that's not what I was willing to pay for. So then one night I was in bed and I'm going over like the list again, looking at different trucks, and I seen the Tiguan Volkswagen. I'm like, oh God, this is it. This is the truck that I want. Like, this is it. And I never even had like a dream truck in mind or anything like that, but that was it. So I went into the dealership one day, test drove one, and okay, yeah, this is it. But it had like 5 dents, like 5 not dents, but like 5 little nicks or whatever. It was a 2022, 5 nicks. I actually test drove the Atlas, but that wasn't the one I wanted. I wanted the Tiguan. But it had like 5 nicks in it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay this high car note for a truck to have all these little scratches or whatever on the side, even though it's a 2022, fully loaded. Nah, that's not it. I just knew that wasn't right. So every car lot I'm going to, it was just always something. It's one car lot, they had one, but it was just like all black, black on black. And my mother was like, nah, I don't think that's you. And I just like could not find the perfect one, but I saw it online, so I knew it was there, out there. So the second day, my brother was actually graduating from the police academy. And it was like pretty far from my house, like really far. And then I knew that morning God showed me that it was a car lot out by his graduation, like 10 minutes away, that had the exact truck that I was looking for. So I go out there. Long story short, I found my exact truck that I wanted. It only had 13,000 miles on it, like 13,000 miles. So almost brand new to me. And the thing about it is I got so frustrated and tired of looking for trucks the day before, and the dealerships kept trying to talk me, the car salesmen kept trying to talk me out of getting what I want. Maybe because they didn't have exactly what I want, I don't know. So I almost settled and got a Jeep. And my mother was like, no, you don't want that. And in my house, in my family, if my mama say don't do it, you don't do it. We just don't do it. So when I came back home, my brother, I was talking to him, and he was like, so you let mama tell you that you couldn't get a truck that you were going to pay for? And my mother was like, if that's not what you want, wait and get what you want. But I got kind of frustrated. I'm like, I got to get something. I told my daughters I'm picking them up from school in a new truck, and I'm coming back to the school in the same old car. Now I'm embarrassed. Now my little ego bruised. So I was like, I want something. But I didn't find what I wanted. So I was really close to settling. And then that night, when I came home, my mother was like, no, don't get the Jeep. I didn't get the Jeep. I came home, my blood pressure was up, and I'm stressing myself out, and I'm feeling all bad. Like, I felt really bad because I couldn't get that truck. Like, what's the problem? So the next day, we leave the graduation, and I'm telling my mother, I rode with her. I'm like, do you feel like going to the dealership with me? And I'm thinking she's going to say no. She's like, okay, I'll go. So surprisingly, late in the evening, we went to the dealership. Found the exact truck that I wanted, the Volkswagen. 13,000 miles on it. No scratches, no nicks. Brand new. But, and another thing is, I wanted the burnt orange color. My heart was set on that. But it was all the way in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Something like that. And my mother was like, no, don't order a truck, from out of town, and you don't know what it looks like up close, if it has scratches or whatever. So I didn't get the burnt orange. But the one that I saw, they had quite a few at the place that I went to. I fell in love with the all-white one. And when I opened the doors, guess what, guys? I knew that was my truck. I opened the doors. The interior was burnt orange. I'm like, God, are you serious? Like, so you told me I couldn't get the burnt orange truck. The exterior burnt orange, but you're gonna give me the pretty white with the burnt orange interior. Like, I knew automatically that truck was for me, and I said, I don't care how much this truck is gonna cost, I'm getting this truck. Long story short, I got it. I ended up paying far more than what I wanted to pay for the truck. But if it's something that I feel like it's for me and it's something I really want, I was willing to make the sacrifice. I was willing to go beyond, way above my budget for this truck, because it's something that I really, really wanted. So I feel like my lesson learned in that instant was that I almost settled for something that was not even intended for me. Almost settled for a truck that had 88,000 miles, not the one that I really wanted. It was just like a black or a gray, I don't even know. Not the color I wanted. I was willing to settle because I wanted something right then and there when I wanted it. But thank God my mother made me wait. She listened to God because I couldn't hear him clearly that day. She made me wait. And the very next night, I drove home in the truck I wanted with 13,000 miles, the exact truck that I wanted. So it's like, it was worth the wait. And that truck to me was just so perfect and made for me. So I learned that God taught me that when he has something for you, it's just for you. You just have to wait until the time frame. Now, fast forward to 2 months later, I'm going through something. And I feel like God is telling me, I'm going to give you what you want, but you have to go through the looking. Like, at that time, me and my mother, we went to like only 2 days worth of car shopping, but I don't like the window shop. When I go shopping, I want to come home with something. So that 2 days of window shopping was killing me. Like, y'all have no idea. So I feel like now I'm back in that seat. God is he's making me window shop and making me be patient and test my patience. It's like I got close to, in my mind, like thinking about settling on something. I'm like, no. Because 2 months ago when I was about to settle for that Jeep, God made me wait 24 hours later and gave me what I wanted, what he promised me. So I don't want to be too impatient now while I settle for something when all I got to do is wait a little bit longer. It's taking more than 24 hours, but wait a little bit longer and God will give me what he promised me. So my poem today is just something I wrote about. Like I've been hearing like the last couple of weeks. I've heard no in more ways than one. Like I've heard no in like almost every language you can think of. Like I didn't know the word no could exist in so many different ways. But I've been rejected so much. So much. And I know that man's rejection is only God's protection. And like my 8-year-old daughter tells me, Mommy, sometimes no means not yet. And I'm holding on to that. I'm holding on to that faith. I'm holding on to that belief that all these rejections is just God setting me up and building me up for something greater. So when he gives me exactly what he wants me to have, what he knows I truly want, need, and deserve, I will appreciate it that much more. I'll praise him that much more. I'm praising God even now, even though I'm getting turned down left and right. I have to say, well, thank you, God, because I don't know what it is that you're saving me from. Because there's one thing I just knew it was perfect, but you said no, not yet. So I don't know what it was that you were saving me from. Only you know. But thank you for saving me. Even though I don't know, even though I was so crushed and hurt in the midst of it, I said, Lord, I thank you. So this poem I wrote today, it's just something like I was just sitting here thinking and just talking to God and just listening. It's like God, I know you're trying to tell me something. Open my ears up and let me hear you. Like even in the middle of all this no that I'm getting, this constant rejection, continue to keep me strong. Keep me strong and steadfast and seeking after you. Like don't let me let this get to me. Don't let me be broken by rejection. And I felt like God told me to sit down and write this poem, make a video, because I'm not the only one that's going through something right now. I'm not the only one that's being told no. And I know I'm qualified. You may know you're qualified for something, but yet you're hearing the word no. So I know I'm not the only one that's going through that. But I feel like God is giving me this message. If this is for you, he's giving me the message for you to continue to be strong, to continue to pray, seek after him, fast, study your word, listen to your music. Whatever you have to do to meditate and get closer to God, do what you have to do. And no matter how much you're being told no, remember, man's rejection is only God's protection. God is protecting you from something that you do not see. But do not give up. And sometimes we may get a little frustrated, because I'm at that point. I get frustrated. But we got to snap out of it and remember, he is saving his best for us. We don't want to just take the first little thing that we see. Every time I take my daughter shopping, she wants to spend her little money on something. I always tell her, don't go for the first toy or whatever it is that you see. See what the next store may have that's better. And that's what God's telling me. Don't go for the first thing you see. Wait and see what's better. And sometimes I know I get so impatient, I don't even want to wait. And I feel myself getting to that point. So I had to take out my frustration on paper and just write and talk to God. Because I've been talking to God through every other way. But with me, my words, when I write on paper, that's like my strongest way of expressing myself. So I had to do a different approach this time just to soothe my mind, soothe my soul. And I want to share this with you guys because some of you may be going through what I'm going through or on a greater level. I don't know. But I just hope that this word can bless you. The poem is called I Surrender. Sometimes when all you hear is no, it confuses you and makes you lose your hope. Well, Father, that is me right now on today. I want what I want, but they keep slamming the door in my face. I know that there is something out there that you promised me. I just need you to open man's eyes so that they can see. I know I have what it takes. It's just that little no that stands in the way. I've tried all that I know. I fasted. I'm praying. Now I'm just here standing on the promise that you have made me. I know that you haven't forgotten me. I'm just impatient and I don't like waiting. Okay, there, I've said it. You want honesty? You get it. I am overly qualified for what I want, but they keep passing me up as if my Father doesn't sit on the throne. So much is going wrong in my life at once, and I know I'm a good person. In no way do I deserve this. I don't know how much more I can take, The more I pray, the more you take a break. Feet planted on the ground, lips won't make another sound. Hands up, I surrender unto a God who is bigger. Now, Father, you tell me what I should do, because I can't do nothing until I hear from you. Stay blessed. Amen.